Hey guys, welcome back, and in this video I am going to be showing you how to make the animatronics movement mechanics in Fortnite Creative. Now, I'm just saying this now, I have only done Bonnie so far, but that's why I'm splitting it into groups. And yes, I will be putting this onto a playlist like I did with my The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners series. I'll be doing the same thing with that. So all of the parts will be in one area for you to use and go to and whatever you get it. So I am going to be showing you how to make Bonnie's movement mechanics, as well as I'm going to show you the savable night mechanics. Let's get right into this. So what you're going to need is your animatronic, a prop manipulation device, a random number generator, a trigger, a switch, and the timer device. Once you've got all of them sorted, once you got all of those, grab the prop manipulation device, place it down, and rename it to Bonnie PM Stage. Now copy and paste that, and rename it to Bonnie PM Getting Off Stage. Copy and paste, rename to Bonnie PM in Dining Area. Copy and paste, rename to Bonnie PM Standing in Backstage Room. Copy and paste, copy and rename, sorry, Bonnie PM looking at backstage camera. Copy, rename Bonnie PM standing in West Hall. Copy, rename Bonnie PM standing in supply closet. Copy, rename Bonnie PM standing in W Hall corner. And then copy one more time and rename to Bonnie PM standing at West door. That's all of the prop manipulation devices that you're going to need. Now obviously the animatronic that you have, you can put that wherever you want in the map. So in this case for me, so what I've done is I have, give me a sec, I have placed Bonnie in the area that I want, and then obviously when we're done with the mechanics, I'll be bringing the corresponding prop manipulation device over to this room and putting it on Bonnie. But back to the mechanics. Right. You're gonna need to grab the random number generator, place it down somewhere else, rename it to RNG Bonnie onshore stage, going to random area. Now, grab a trigger, place it down in front. Now, before you mess around with the trigger, go into the random number generator and put in these settings. Once you've put in those settings, your random number generator should look like this. Now, grab your trigger, place it down in the first slot of the random number generator, and rename it to Bonnie Trigger in dining area going to random area. Now copy and paste that into the next slot, rename it to Bonnie Trigger in backstage going to random area. Copy and paste into the next slot, and then rename to Bonnie Trigger West Hall going to random area. Copy and paste to the next slot, and then rename to Bonnie Trigger in supply closet going to random area, and then copy into the next slot one more time, and rename it to Bonnie Trigger in W Hall corner going to random area. Now once you've got all of them sorted, now copy and paste the random number generator and then rename it to RNG Bonnie in dining area going to random area. Put in the settings. The bottom's the same, it's mainly just this one right here, so pay attention to this one mainly. Now copy and paste one of the triggers up to the first slot of the new random number generator, and then rename it to Bonnie Trigger getting off stage. Now copy and paste that trigger into the next slot, and then rename it to Bonnie Trigger in dining area, and then copy and paste that into the next slot, and rename it to Bonnie Trigger in show stage going to random area. Now this one is going to be activating that one. So do you know how in Five Nights at Freddy's 1 the animatronics take a bit of a little bit of time to move around the pizzeria, but sometimes they don't actually move out of the area, but instead they just sit there? Well, that's where this trigger comes in. So if the animatronic has already moved or is still on the stage, and this one gets triggered, it will just activate this one again, go through all of these, and then pick another different area to go to. And it'll keep doing that until it's finally hit one of these. But anyways, back to the tutorial. Now go into the triggers, all of these triggers, sorry, and put in trigger delay 5.0 seconds on all three of these triggers. Now go to the original triggers that you've placed down on the first random number generator, and then put in 0.5 seconds of delay on all of them. It's very important to do that, otherwise it will kind of bug the mechanics out. So these need to be on 0.5 seconds, and these ones need to be on 5.0 seconds. Right, now copy and paste the random number generator. Rename it to RNG Bonnie in backstage going to random area. This one's the same as this one, so you don't need to change the settings. Copy and paste the trigger into the slot of the new random number generator. Rename it to Bonnie Trigger standing in backstage room. Copy and paste it to the next slot. Rename it to Bonnie Trigger looking at backstage camera, and then grab this trigger and just paste it into the slot. The reason why you're copying and pasting this one into the slot is because they're the same. They both do the same exact thing, and you're going to be doing the same to the end of the rest of them. But anyways, copy and paste the random number generator, rename it to RNG Bonnie in West Hall going to random area. Put in 5. This one, obviously. But once you do that, you can copy and paste the trigger into the first slot of this one, of the new random number generator. Rename the trigger to Bonnie trigger standing in West Hall. Copy and paste it into the next slot. Rename it to Bonnie trigger standing in supply closet 2. Now copy and paste it into the next slot. Rename it to Bonnie trigger in W hole corner going to at office door going to random area 3. Copy and paste that into the next slot. Rename it to Bonnie trigger standing W hole corner 2, and then grab this trigger, paste it into there because it's the same exact thing you're going to be using for the ends of these. Copy and paste the random number generator, rename it to RNG Bonnie in supply closet going to random area. Turn that from a 5 to a 4. Copy and paste a trigger into the first slot. Rename to Bonnie trigger standing in supply closet. Copy and paste to the next slot. Rename to Bonnie trigger standing W hole corner 3. Copy and paste to the next slot. Rename to Bonnie trigger in W hole corner going to at office door going to random area 2. Copy and copy and paste this trigger, put it into the next slot. That'll be the 4th one you place. Now copy and paste the random number generator, rename it to RNG Bonnie in W hole corner going to random area. That's still 4, so leave it. Copy and paste the trigger into the first slot, rename it to Bonnie trigger standing W hole corner. Copy and paste into the next slot, rename to Bonnie trigger in W hole corner going to at office door going to random area. Copy and paste to the next slot, rename to Bonnie trigger in W hole corner going to at office door going to random area 4. Copy and paste this trigger into the next slot. That'll be the 5th one you place. This is the last random number generator. Copy and paste the random number generator and then rename to RNG Bonnie at office door going to random area. And turn that 4 into a 5. Now copy and paste a trigger into the first slot. Rename it to Bonnie trigger standing at west door. Copy and paste to the next slot. Rename it to Bonnie trigger standing west hall corner 4. Copy to the next slot. Rename to Bonnie trigger standing at west door 2. Copy and paste to the next slot. Rename to Bonnie trigger standing at west door 3. And then copy and paste this trigger into the next slot. That'll be your 6th one. And now that you got all of that sorted, you are halfway there, I would say. So if you did do it correctly, then the very bottom random number generator will be called RNG Bonnie on show stage going to random area. Second one should be called RNG Bonnie in dining area going to random area. Third one should be RNG Bonnie in backstage going to random area. Fourth one should be called RNG Bonnie in West Hall going to random area. Fifth one should be RNG Bonnie in supply closet going to random area. Sixth one should be called RNG Bonnie in W Hall corner going to random area. And the seventh one, the last one, should be called RNG Bonnie at office door going to random area. Now make sure that you get these names in correctly. If you don't rename it to the correct name, then trying to connect all of this will be incredibly confusing. So once you've got all that placed down and renamed, grab a fresh trigger, place it down, rename it to West Door Trigger Keep Door Close. Sorry, keep door closed. Trigger delay should be on 0.25. Copy and paste to the right. Rename to West Door Trigger and Keep Door Closed 2. And the time should be exactly the same. And copy and paste the trigger down. Rename it to West Door Trigger Keep Door Open. Put in trigger delay 0.75 seconds. Now grab a switch device. Place it down. And rename it to Switch West Door. And just rename the turn on text to closed door and the turn off text to open door. Now, grab the timer device, place it down, rename it to TD Bonnie/Foxy at West Door. Put in 20 seconds, colors up to you. Show on HUD, no. Audio effects off, and display score update on HUD off. I don't know why I had that on. Copy and paste it, rename it to TD door is closed. Put the time to 30 seconds. The colors are up to you, it doesn't really matter. Show on HUD, no. Audio effects off. And display score update on HUD off. Why was that enabled on both of them? Never mind. Right, now that you got all of that sorted, I hope, anyways, we can start linking things up. Pause the video to look at the activations. I'm going to mute myself. I'm going to go through all of the settings. Just look at the device name to know which device I'm going to, and to know what device I'm going into the settings of. Pause the video to see the activations, because I'll be going through them all. Just copy all of the inputs and outputs that I show on the screen, and then I'll explain to you how it should be if you got it all correct after. Now, if you have put in the exact links I have, then yours should also work like this. But before I show you how it's supposed to work, I'm going to link this button up to the activation point for it. It's been stupid. I'm just gonna have to stand on it. But you activate the mechanics by activating that. But I am now going to show you how it's supposed to work. By the way, sorry, I forgot to mention, this is supposed to show during game. The stage one. Now once you activate this, it will randomize where he goes.
By the way, you can use whatever kind of time you want for the upper triggers, the ones that are above the very bottom triggers. You can give them whatever delay you want. It doesn't have to be 5.0 seconds. It can be longer or shorter for, well, yeah, you get it.
So he went from the stage to getting off the stage. Sometimes he can disappear, but at the same time, well, oh, damn, he's already at the door. That was fast. But sometimes he just disappears in FNAF 1, so I just kept that in the mechanics. By the way, that does not reset until the 30 seconds is up when you've shut the door on him. That was irritating. But as you can see, it's completely random. And you have absolutely no control on where the hell he goes. He's already at the door again. I will show you that one if there's enough time to show you it. Once the 30 seconds is up, I should be able to just open the door again. He should disappear. Yep. He is now looking at the backstage camera. And now he's in the west hall corner. Standing in supply closet. And there is one more thing I need to show you that you need to do because I kind of forgot to put it in. Go into the prop manipulation device. Go to hide prop when receiving from. Put TD door is closed on success. Now that should immediately disappear when that's done. I'm sorry if quite a lot of this tutorial was a bit confusing. I kind of confused myself quite a lot trying to explain it. And I don't know if you can tell, but I not real. I'm not very well, and I'm feeling incredibly depressed. So it's kind of been a struggle to try and do this tutorial. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see yous in either the next video or in part 2. See ya.